Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of She Talks Sports, and today I am here with
Alix Franklin. I'm a freshman here. I play softball. I'm actually 30 minutes from here. That's where I'm from, Gonzales, Louisiana. And LSU reached out and offered me my junior year of high school. I had some other options in mind. I was thinking about going to University of Texas, but I chose LSU for the amazing culture and being so close to home. So that's how I ended up at LSU.
What's been like the transition, or like how have you been adjusting? Even though like you said you're not so far, like coming from high school to college and all that, like sports, the environment, people, connections, how has that been for you?
This has been definitely the hardest transition of my life. Like, high school does not prepare you for college at all. Like, I've never really had to study in high school. So, like, keeping up with my own schoolwork has definitely been a little bit of an adjustment. I'm not much of a partier, outgoer, so I just kind of stay to myself. So that's kind of a little difficult here because I'm used to having my people and just being to myself. But, like, here, being with the softball team, they're very energetic, and I have to, like, that's not really, like, my personality. So I feel like they're pulling that out of me. So definitely connecting with people has been a little bit of a struggle, but I mean, I love how diverse LSU is. I can just be myself and feel included. So yeah.
No, that's real. At LSU, there's like always something going on. Like, there's so many events, even like besides just like partying and all that. But like, it's such a huge school, so many people to meet. Like, what's probably your favorite thing so far since you've been here, or just like favorite experience?
And literally every single day, probably, because it just blows my mind that I'm like actually on the college softball field. Like, I grew up watching LSU. I mean, I was sitting in the outfield watching them play, and now I'm the one on the field putting on the uniform. I put on the uniform for our scrimmage 2 or 3 days ago. I'm hurt right now, so I'm not playing. But I dressed out, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I have LSU across my chest. Like, that was probably my favorite part about being here so far.
So like, what position do you play, and like, what does that entail? Because I'm not too familiar with the game.
Okay. So, growing up, I played middle infield, which is shortstop, second base. I played third base in high school, and now I'm playing first base here. First base, third base, really. Both corners, kind of the same thing, not really the same thing, but close enough. Have to have really good reaction time because it's so close together. Softball has a lot of energy. Like, softball is like really, really fun. Everybody thinks of baseball, but baseball is like kind of slower and larger, you know. They don't really get as many hits. Like, softball is just like fast paced. Everybody's always cheering. Something loud is always happening. But it's so much fun. Hitting is really hard though. Hitting is the hardest part of the game, but it's so much fun. Softball is so much fun.
So what are you looking forward to about like actually getting
the travel? We already had a retreat. Oh, that's probably another one of my favorite things. We had a retreat in Alabama during fall break. So we played 2 games that Thursday of fall break, and then Friday and Saturday we went to the beach and just we rented this beach house, and we stayed in it. There was probably like 15 rooms, I kid you not. And we all stayed in that giant beach house, and it was so much fun. We did team bonding, like sandcastle building, like, oh, that was really, really fun. Just the traveling, like, we have like private planes, and the food, they always feed us. Like, I'm never hungry, you know. So it's really, really cool. And all the gear that we get, I don't have any of it on right now, but like, so much LSU gear. It's so cool. It's definitely a blessing being an athlete here. I definitely appreciate it, for sure.
That's amazing.
College softball just in general has just improved so much over the years. It's amazing to see.
It seems like, especially like just women's sports period, especially like at LSU, it's so amazing to see
the
like
culture.
Everything.
It's insane. It is absolutely insane. Did you know that the Women's College World Series, so that's like the softball version of the College World Series in baseball, the last 2 years we had more views watching the Women's College World Series than the baseball's World Series. Yeah, people who don't even know about softball are gonna watch softball, and a lot of changes have been happening. The transfer portal is no joke, so some teams are like absolutely like stacked this year, and then adding Oklahoma and Texas to the SEC. Like, SEC was already tough, but like now it's gonna be so much tougher.
Because is Oklahoma,
Oklahoma's been the number one for like the past like decade, I swear.
Wow.
Yeah, they won like 4 years in a row, which is, nobody's ever done that.
That's crazy. But that's got to be like a different transition too as well, like bringing in even for like other
all
sports.
Like, just for college athletics in general. Like, look at football right now. Like, crazy. It's insane. Yeah.
what's something you think you want to accomplish while you're here at LSU?
I am a huge believer in Jesus Christ, so just having an impact on this campus. Leave without I cannot do that. Like, I can't just have Jesus to myself and then play college softball and not say anything about what God has done for my life. So that's the number one thing. And of course, I would love to go to the Women's College World Series with my team. Like, absolutely would love to do that. And then after I gotta get healthy first, and then hopefully I would love to be an All-American. Like, I think that's every athlete's goal, is to be All SEC or whatever, you know. So that's definitely two personal goals of mine.
How would you say you incorporate your faith into softball?
Oh my gosh, I feel like they go hand in hand. Like, one of my life mottos is your commitment outweighs your feelings. You know, so I feel like in the mornings when I don't really want to wake up and read my Bible, I have to remember, like, my Savior died on the cross for me. You think he felt like dying on the cross for me? No. Like, and all he's requiring of me is to just spend a little extra time with him in the mornings, you know. So that way, that correlates with softball. You know, like, my commitment outweighs my feelings. I don't feel like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go lift. I don't feel like being at softball for 6 hours every single day. Like, I genuinely don't. But I've committed to this. This program is committed to me, and then that outweighs the way that I feel right now. I don't know where I would be without the Lord. I probably would be doing something really, really dumb. Right now, I'm being so honest.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I'd be without softball, because like softball is what I do. It's not who I am.
Yeah,
but it shaped me into the person that I am today. You know.
That's really good, and especially like college period, it's so important to try, like, for the few people that do, like, want to emphasize, you know, Jesus and, like, that relationship and building your faith, especially in an environment like this, it's like, how can we better demonstrate that? Like, how can we portray that message, especially in love as well?
And
like,
love
it has to be love.
I've learned so much about myself just from the last 2 months of being here. I'm like,
wow.
I'm such a, like, control freak. Like, my room has to be clean. I have to make my bed every single day. I have to organize, I have to wash. Everything has to be clean. Like, I don't know, I feel like mentally, if my stuff is clean, I'm clean mentally. You know, so I've learned a lot about my time management.
Especially when it comes to the classes.
Yeah, oh man.
Getting up for that.
Yeah. And I have 8:30 classes every day, which is not too bad, because I already have to be up with softball, you know. So definitely learning a lot about myself through this.
No, that's
I think
real.
it's great.
I'm a junior. I'm still getting the hang of it.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, as you can see, we also have pumpkins here. And guess what we're going to be doing?
Painting them. So, like,
okay,
this
I have
whole
no,
thing.
my artistic talent is
I mean,
not
I'm
there.
artistic, but, like, I have a baking business.
Okay.
So I can make food look like art. Like, that's my thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you like
cookies.
what's your favorite thing to bake?
Sugar cookies. I love decorating Christmas cookies.
That's
pretty
cool.
good
I
at it,
I remember, like, during COVID, I was watching, I don't know why, but I was watching the Great British Baking Show.
I love that show.
I was like, why am I sitting here watching this? But it was, like, so just, like, funny and interesting. Like,
and
they
their
really get
accents are-
stressed
Yeah,
out.
they do.
And overcoming is, like, a process. Like, it doesn't happen overnight.
It does not happen overnight. That's something I'm learning. I feel like I put too much pressure on myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, the ministry that we do here on campus on Tuesday nights, it's called Agape Nights. Agape means love. So I think I'm going to write agape in cursive.
Oh, that would be very pretty.
Yeah. So when I was in high school and I committed here, I think I baked for the softball team when I was in high school.
Oh.
And I made Oreo balls. And Danica reached out to me after the event that I baked for them. It was like their Christmas party. And she was like, can you make me some Oreo balls? So I drove to drop them off. And she paid me. I like it.
Baking is fun.
It is. It's so much fun.
Like, everybody needs to try to do it at least once.
Yeah. What do you like to do for Christmas?
Be with my family.
Yeah.
I miss them I miss them all the time.
Really?
Life is moving by way too fast.
Way too fast. I agree. My little brother, he's 13, but he's bigger than me.
Oh.
And my dad's 6'3", so my little brother's estimated height is 6'5".
Oh, you finished? It was so pretty.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so pretty.
Thanks.